It's not going to come to you easily, but it will come to you eventually if you have at it earnestly. So someone put that in the chat. Earnestly, not easily. Mary did not choose the easy part. She chose the better part, and she chose it earnestly. She chose it in a house full of noise and obligation, with the smell and all of the aroma of the supper being cooked and prepared, and with all of the noise and the pressure of her sister's frustration rising in the background. But she chose it anyway. It wasn't passive. It is the hardest kind of presence. The kind you fight for. She chose to sit at his feet. The kind that can cost you everything. The kind that requires you to say not now to good things so that you can say yes to the one thing. And I hear God saying, don't pressure yourself to choose the easy thing. Choose the better thing, and choose it earnestly. So what is the one thing in your life that keeps getting displaced by everything urgent? Not the sinful things, the useful things, the helpful things, the things you intend to get back to. Those things, the better things. What are the things that are getting in the way of you attending to the prayer life that you're going to prioritize when the season slows down? What's getting in the way of you sitting at the feet and receiving what the Lord has to impart? What have you been choosing, or what have you not been choosing in the name of everything that feels necessary? Because that thing that you've not been choosing, it's not the other thing, it's the one thing. And that one thing is the better part that Jesus is talking about. Because Jesus did not say the preparation is wrong. He said that one thing is needed. And until you identify your one thing and guard it and protect it deliberately and earnestly, not just when it's convenient, until you do that, everything else will keep pulling you in different directions. But here's what I love about Jesus, is how he closes this whole passage, this pericope. He says, it will not be taken from her. Notice what he does not say. He didn't say it will reward her. He does not say it will produce results. Not she will be more efficient for it. He says it will not be taken. That one thing will not be taken from her. And what you choose in the presence of Jesus, what you protect, what you guard, what you sit with, what you refuse to trade for productivity, for quantity, becomes yours in a way that nothing in the kitchens of life could ever be. Because the meal will get eaten. And all of those preparations will soon be forgotten. But what happens at the feet of Jesus stays with you for a lifetime. Type that in the chat. I have permission to take a seat. You are allowed to sit down. You have permission to take a seat. You are allowed to choose better. Not instead of your people, but for your people. Because the someone after you who is looking to you needs to see you choose presence over performance. So I need you to hear something before we go today. Jesus did not walk into that house and shut down the kitchen. He didn't shut down the work. He did not tell Martha her work was worthless. He did not say that the preparations did not matter. He said one thing is needed. One thing above all the things. One thing before all the things. One thing underneath all the things. And the wonderful thing is that that invitation has not expired. It's yet being extended to each of us right now, in this moment, in whatever house you're in, with whatever kitchen is calling your name, and whatever sister is making you feel guilty for sitting down. You are allowed to choose better too. You are allowed to sit at his feet. You are allowed to say, not now, to the urgent, other things, so that you can say yes to the one necessary thing. And when you do, when you make that choice deliberately and earnestly, not because it's easy, but because it's right, it's worth it, Jesus will tell you something very remarkable. He says, it will not be taken from you. The meals will get cold. And again, those preparations, those wonderful, beautiful preparations may indeed be forgotten. But what you choose in the presence, that will stay with you a lifetime. And there is someone watching this morning, someone who will be watching later. You have not sat down in years, literally or spiritually. You've just been working yourself into a frenzy. You've been in the kitchen so long that you've forgotten that you were invited to the table. You've been serving so long that you started to resent the very thing you said you loved. I have a word for you today. Put the apron down. Put down the pots. Put down the pans. Put down the plates. Choose better. Put it down now. Not permanently. Not recklessly. Not irresponsibly. But just long enough to remember that you're not just a function. You are not just a role. You are a person who matters to God, and you have been invited to sit. You've been invited to listen. You've been invited to receive. So choose better. Choose it earnestly. And watch what stays with you that nothing in the kitchen ever could. Be real. Be rooted. Be ready. Come on, let's give God some praise wherever you are. Amen. Amen. Amen.